Hey stars, and welcome back to just Fizzstah. So I asked for a video request a good while ago, and someone asked that I make a video about working full-time with a chronic illness, which I've addressed a few times on here and on my blog, which I will link. I don't know which side it is, on one of these two sides. But I thought, well, as I mentioned in a couple videos ago, that you know, every day is a learning process, so there's no harm in me addressing it again. So I work full-time in an office. I literally just answer the phone and send emails for the majority of the day. So it's not too physically taxing, which I feel is the reason why I can still continue with that. But yeah, it's still a struggle. Like on days that I work, actually, let bring it back. Let me address it in the tips, as tips that you can use to make working full-time possible. Even though with these tips it's still difficult, and if you're able to, which I don't think many people can in this economy, not work and make your health a full-time priority. If I could do that, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I got bills to pay, I got places I want to travel. All of this requires funds. So I'm not doing too badly. Health-wise right now, I still have those days and those spells. Like yesterday, I had one of those turns and I just felt like I was dying. But overall, generally speaking, 85% of the time, I'm okay. Or what's okay for me. So, my number one tip, which I know you'll hear all the time from people, advocates in the chronic illness community, they always say you need to pace yourself, and it is true. So for me, I've moved out, which I've mentioned. I feel like I'm just saying it over and over again, but it's because I've recorded like 3 videos at this point and I keep explaining why the backdrop looks different. I moved out now, so everything is my responsibility. I say that my boyfriend does help me, but what I mean is like it's just us. There's no other people. It's not a household of 4 people anymore. It's just us 2. So I literally clean every day. The reason why I clean every day is because that means that I will never need to spend the whole day cleaning, because I'm spending 10, 15, maximum half an hour every day cleaning something. So that's what I mean by pacing yourself. Like if there's things that require a lot of energy, you break it up. So I won't be cleaning top to bottom ever. So yeah, so days I work, I really don't do much. I wake up, have breakfast, take my beds, then go back to bed, and then have another nap till about 1:30, because I work evening shift, by the way, if you think this timeline is confusing. Then wake up about 1:30, leave home, and then when I come home, that's when I'll do a little bit of cleaning. So I would either like wipe down the countertops in the kitchen, put on a load of washing, mop the floor, clean the toilet, like little half an hour max jobs. If I feel like I have energy in the morning, then maybe I'll do some chores in the morning. But I don't do much, like, or I'll do all the washing up in the morning, and then when I get up, I'll just get ready or whatever. But I really don't do a lot. So pacing yourself is key. Then whilst in my bag, that I carry everywhere. I don't have like a separate work bag. I just have my handbag. In my handbag, I've got like a pouch. It never used to be a pouch. It just used to be strips of all different medications. I've got a pouch of medications ready to cover any eventuality. So I've got my my prescription pain med, which is called Codamol, which yes, it does contain opiates. And I have written about chronic pain and opiate use, so we're not going to address that right now. I will link it down below if you want to hear my thoughts on that. I've got my painkillers. I've got busclopan for that's for stomach cramps, because I have got like IBS type. I diagnosed myself with IBS. I wasn't officially diagnosed because I was just like, yeah, these searing stomach cramps, that's not normal. What else have I got in there? I just got a shit ton of meds basically in there for every eventuality. So I've got that. I've got chewing gum because sometimes I get nauseous, so I find the chewing gum helps. I don't know what that's related to. I get nausea and vertigo. I don't know why, but ever since I've been diagnosed, I've experienced it. I think it might be a side effect of the medication because I never really used to get that before. Then whilst I'm in work, I make sure I stand up a lot because staying in one position for too long causes me pain basically. So I sometimes just stand up at my desk working. In my other video, I've literally shown my desk, so I'll show you how I sit. I sit very straight up because that's what feels comfortable for me. That's how I drive as well. Like my seat is basically vertical. I've got a wrist thing for my mouse because I was getting really bad wrist pains and I've been off work like for a week from where this gets super inflamed, my little finger swells up. So that's to stop my wrist from twisting too much. What else do I do? Drink a lot of water. That's not more for like day-to-day coping, but more because this illness can attack your kidneys and I've got to look out for my kidneys. So I drink a lot of water whilst I'm at work and just sleep. A lot of sleep. When I'm not working, I'm sleeping. So yeah, so basically pacing myself, had medications to deal with any kind of symptoms I may experience, and just being aware of my body. However, there's sometimes when those stuff just doesn't work, like I'm just flaring, so I have to be off, or I catch a cold. If I catch a cold is not me having a cold with this illness is not like a normal person having a cold. And my first year, when I was first diagnosed, I was in and out of hospital all the time to get my chest checked, had an EKG, have a chest x-ray because my chest was hurting. It was a drama, but now I know what's normal for me, so I haven't had any unplanned hospital visits, only appointments with my rheumatologist. But yeah, colds are awful, so I try not to really go out too much in winter when it's flu season, despite having my flu jab. Again, there's mixed opinions on that, and I haven't addressed that, but I don't think I'm going to because the anti-vaxxers pissed me the F off. So yeah, that's what I do. That's literally how I handle it. I can't really offer any advice because sometimes I feel like I can't do it. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But I got bills to pay. So yeah, that is how I work full time with chronic illness. If there's anything I didn't address, leave it down below. I'll be sure to reply to your comments. I hope you found that useful, insightful. I don't know, but that's what I do. Thank you guys for watching and following my health journey. And as always, subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.